We'll get some viewers here, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. All right, so it is November 29th. We are live. We are at Vernon Police Department. We've come down on behalf of our fellow citizens who have been writing me letters about the abuse of power and the criminal activity taking place here at Vernon Police Department. We're here to inspect some records. One of these records can be found under case number 21-14794. This case number was supposed to lead us to a police report today. A call on November 6th was placed to this police department for a simple trespass. The complainant followed up with this police department on November 16th. The officer never completed the police report. It was a full 10 days after the service call. Full 10 days, still no police report. On November 24th, the complainant again attempted to acquire a record of this police report, which Officer Roberts, badge number 256, has completely neglected to complete. The complainant was told on November 24th not to come to the department, and that he couldn't speak with the shift supervisor. He couldn't get any information on when Officer Roberts, badge number 256, would be in to complete the report. Hello, Christian B. So I came down here this morning to try and acquire and inspect a copy of this report myself. When I first arrived, I put my bike inside, came over here, the records window was opened, right? I actually spoke with the young custodian who just shut this window on me prior to filming. Got this sticky note to jot down some information upon. Did some storage maintenance here on the phone before starting my static recording, which I will upload shortly. And then attempted to acquire case number 21-14794, which should have been completed by Officer Roberts, badge number 256. Now, initially, the young clerk at the window was being helpful, but once she told me that she didn't have the report, I expressed some some displeasure with that, very politely so. And I asked to see Officer Roberts, badge number 256's personnel file, at which point the custodian of records became belligerent and decided denying me services because she doesn't want to be filmed would be a good idea. So I'll try again. Hello, am I being denied services here today? Like nothing, no response. Okay. This is how the police that our tax dollars pay treat us. We are here to acquire public information, and this is the stone wall we get between our public information provided by Vernon's finest. So let's get on the horn here to dispatch and see if we could speak with the chief of police or the shift supervisor about this. Chief John Kelly, please. Oh, this police department is known for this, Christian B. It's very well known for its criminal negligence and its abuse of power. There seems to be something wrong with the phone now. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I'm supposed to be waiting on the chief here. Let me see if he's available now. I got this constant tone on the phone. Maybe we'll hang up and try again. It appears something is wrong with this telephone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know if there might have been an issue with the phone. There was just a long kind of constant... She will be out? Oh, he will be out. Okay, thank you. Heck and bite. Wow, we got the chief. That's amazing. I didn't think he'd have the spine. So we're going to ask the chief of police about a number of things here when he comes out to speak with us. This chief, John Kelly, replaced the previous chief, James Kenny, who's got some serious issues. Things haven't been put in motion on him yet, but boy, is the investigation heavily underway. And are things looking in the favor of the people? That is for sure. So I'm very eager to speak with the new chief, not only about this criminal records custodian who's denying me services today, but maybe we can get him to answer to us why his officers aren't filling out police reports and why his officers think they can pick and choose which of our laws they're going to enforce. One of the more important questions I'd like to ask him is why his officers think that I need to go to a civil courthouse to address a criminal issue. We're also going to be inquiring about Officer Hammock and seeking out his personnel file today as well. We'll see how many counts of denial of service we get on this custodian today. Folks, when we leave here, we are going to be filing paperwork at the Second Circuit Court, and we are going to be filing some federal cases against some police, some marshals. We're going after the immunity of a few judges, and we're going to be successful in each and every one of these cases. It's a shame that, this is how we're treated here. This is what we're getting. We come in, we ask politely for public information, and you get the metal wall. Real nice, right? Real nice, real swell. So we'll see how much time of mine they are going to try to burn to get their amusement, or maybe see if I leave. I'm not leaving. Very eager to speak with the chief. I have left the chief of police a message. It's got to be close to 2 weeks old now. He's yet to return my call. Another well-known issue here down at Vernon Police Department is 872-9126. 860-872-9126 is the telephone number here. If you guys would be so kind, please be polite. Don't inundate the phone lines here, but please be polite and let the shift commander or the supervisor of records, the head custodian of records, and the department commander here, perhaps even the chief of police, know that his clerks are violating our laws and denying me services. Ask him what they plan to do about that. That would be great. I was going to say something, I can't remember what it was now. Look, now we have another citizen here that's going to be denied services. This is why we're going to file these federal cases against this abusive criminal department. Yeah, they're open. She doesn't understand that as citizens, we have the right to film our public officials, our public servants in the course of their... Oh, yeah. I asked for a personnel file, and she freaked out.
Pick up the phone.
Oh, look. They're on damage control.
Hello? Hi, I came to pick up a police report. Last name is Gooden. Gooden. Shanita, Shanita. Yes. Yes, I do. 21-153, I believe. 11 16 2021. Okay, thank you.
So apparently, we have to go through dispatch now to get our records, because records is simply going to deny you services if you request a personnel file of one of their own criminal police officers. We are waiting for the chief of police. Just to recap once more, if you're just joining us, we are waiting for Chief John Kelly, who has replaced James Kenny. James Kenny is nothing to write home about, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, he's collecting retirement on your tax dollars, and you should be very angry about that. Very angry about that. So we'll wait around. We'll see how much time this guy's going to try to burn on us here. Here's our clock. All right, time's ticking. Chief Aruni. All right. We'll get some answers while we're here. We'll get a copy of this police department's procedures and protocols. And we should be able to physically inspect the personnel files of Officer Roberts, badge number 256, and Officer Hammock for their criminal negligence and abuse of power here at Vernon Police Department, paid for by the people.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the check.
Yeah, I was here to get a number of records, and then as soon as I request a record on a police officer, I get a metal wall between our public records and I. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
And you just picked up the dispatch phone to get your records, right?
Yeah, you know I'm supposed to go there, right?
Yep, that's right. What does the records department hours of business say? Ladies and gentlemen, it says Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. What's today's date? November 29th? Monday, right? What time is it? 9:38. And, well, looks like there are no records custodians available or records available to the public right now. That is awful alarming.
Ma'am? Yes?
You're all set.
Okay. Do I have to pay for it?
You're all set.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. Good luck, sir.
Yeah. I don't need the luck. These people need the luck. Hey, tune into my work, Tyrant Slayer Studios.
What is it?
Tyrant Slayer Studios on YouTube. We'll be live all day. We're going to be taking qualified immunity from these people.
So you on live right now?
Yeah, oh yeah. Tyrant Slayer Studios. And my associates, my colleagues can be found at activismnewsnetwork.com. We have
What is
a
it called on YouTube?
Tyrant, Tyrant, Slayer, Slayer Studios.
Okay, right there.
Yeah, that's me. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, participate in the audience chat and stuff. I give away, giveaways all the time, cameras and cool equipment and things. So I'd love your support. I'm doing it for you as much as I am for my own family and I.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. So it looks like if I pick up, if she could pick up the phone to dispatch and acquire records, so should I, right? So let's see if that works. Maybe we'll get some records while we wait for the chief to come out here. Yes, hi. I'd like to do a physical inspection on an arrest record pertaining to a Jacob Kilhenny. There was a case file that was not yet public for quite some time. I've been after it for almost a year now. I believe the arrest was made in March of 2020. Right, well, I don't need to get records from the chief. Usually your records department here is responsible for providing all of that public information, but your records custodian is denying me records right now. And I just saw another citizen walk in and successfully acquire the records she was after by going through you. So I'm wondering if you would be so kind to do that same courtesy for me.
Can I help you?
Oh, hang on. Are you the chief? All right. I got Chief John Kelly out here now. Thank you so much. Mr. Kelly, Tyrant Slayer Studios. Nice to meet you.
I don't feel well. I'm not sticking here.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for showing up to work anyway. I appreciate that. Listen, we've got a number of serious issues I'd like to address with you, and I'd like to get your comments on these issues if you'd be so kind to give me some of your time today.
What can I help you with?
Well, first of all, your records department is open right now, right?
It is.
Okay. Does it look open to you?
What do you need?
I came down here for a number of records, to inspect a number of records. I was being helped, and then when I asked for the personnel file, to inspect the personnel file of one of your officers, I was met with a steel door. Is there a reason why you guys are withholding and obstructing public information from the public as opposed to just letting me inspect the record?
Who are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a number of case files, and I'm looking for the personnel file on Officer Hammock and Officer Roberts, badge number 256. I just want disciplinaries and accommodations. It should take 10 minutes to print that stuff out. I could be right out here in this lobby waiting patiently. I'll go ahead and review those records. And then from there, we'll go ahead and look at some arrests and some case numbers, one of which is case number 21-14794 involving Officer Roberge, who has failed. Roberge, R-O-B-E-R-G-E, Roberge, I don't know how to pronounce it. Probably butchering that, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But he's had about a month's time to fill out his police report relevant to a trespass that he responded to on 11/6.
They know what the case number is.
Yeah, they know the case number. They don't have a case. He failed.
It's not done.
He failed to fill out the report. Is what the problem
All right,
is.
we'll get it done.
Okay, so that's one issue. But I still need to look at his personnel file. I want to find out how many disciplinaries he has before I leave here today. Okay. The other issue is I've been calling your department about criminal violations of our laws. Connecticut general statutes, felony statutes, misdemeanor statutes, criminal statutes, violations of criminal statutes. Calling this police department, and they're telling me I need to go and address those criminal violations in a civil court proceeding. Does that make any sense to you? They're refusing to uphold and enforce criminal law, and they're refusing to issue citations, arrests, or even address an issue. They refused to do a well-being check a few days ago. Are you aware of that?
I'll look into it.
Well, these are very serious problems, and there's a 12-year-old minor child whose life has been in grave danger, whose life was neglected, who your officer, Hammock, refused to do a well-being check on about 72 hours ago. Do you find that acceptable?
I'll look into it.
Okay. Would you please look into why your custodian of records has her window still closed? Okay. I want my records.
We're open for business.
Okay.
We can service requests.
She's not responding to me at the window. Can you please?
I'm
She has.
responding to you.
Right. Well, are you going to get the records for me?
If they're available.
Okay, great. That would be great. But I would
The
also,
personnel files, I will acknowledge a request, and we will work on that.
on the personnel files, okay.
Correct.
Now, would you be able to comment on, I know you weren't the chief. I know you can't really speak for anyone else's work, but as incoming chief, you must have been briefed to some degree by the previous chief, James Kelly. Did he make you aware of a Freedom of Information Act request that's nearly 6 months old, that's been violated, that he's used the town attorney to block?
I'm aware of that, and that
Right.
request is ready to go.
It is ready to go. Interesting. Because I called you about 2 weeks ago and you never returned my call. Is there a reason for that?
Return your phone call. I left you a voicemail saying that information was here. Somebody called the town hall looking for it.
For the town attorney, because the previous chief
Yeah.
wouldn't communicate with me, records wouldn't communicate with me, your department wouldn't communicate with me.
I called the
And
number
for,
I was given back.
right, but to clarify for the
did you
audience
get my
here,
message?
I did not, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
Thank you for calling me back. I sincerely appreciate that.
Okay.
However, if I may explain to the audience that the previous chief that this man just replaced, thought that I need to acquire those records through the town attorney and has been blocking my access to those records for 6 months. I've been calling the town hall and trying to reach the town attorney for like 3 or 4 months. And finally, I got a voice message, and he still has yet to return my call. In fact, it seems to me there's 2 or 3, maybe even 4 attorneys on retainer by this town. So even getting the town attorney is next to impossible. And I also find it alarming that Dan Champagne, the mayor, is holding dual office right now. And I haven't been able to get a hold of him either to address the criminal issues and the negligence taking place in this police department. I hope you are the man to fix it. I hope you could kindly give me the courtesy to educate my records, my custodian here, the custodian of records, that she's a public servant and that the citizens of the United States have rights. One of those rights is protected by the First Amendment. It's called freedom of press. When she is in the official course of her official duties, she has no right to privacy. So when I walk over to this window to inspect records, to submit a FOIA request, to ask questions, or conduct business here with my public servants, I have every right to film her. She is breaking the law and denying me services by closing that window and obstructing my right to public information. I would like you to educate that young lady and let her know that she can't do anything about the public filming her in the course of her public duties. I would like the young lady to be professional and treat me like a human being and finish the business that we were conducting at the window, because as chief, you've got far too many, way more important things to be doing. Is that correct, sir?
So what exactly do you need right now?
I need a explanation as to why your officer hasn't filled out case number 2114794. That's Officer Roberts. I need the personnel file of Hammock and Roberts to inspect. It's not anything I need to leave this department with or take home. That doesn't require a FOIA
I'm
request.
not going to provide those right now.
I can work with you on that. I'll give you a little bit, okay? But normally I'd give you a hard time about that, just so you know.
I appreciate that.
All right.
The case being done, I have to look into it.
Right, okay.
So you're not going to get that today either.
So no personnel files, no case file on that. Now, more important, there's a Jacob Kilhenny, who I've been after most of his records for some time now. One of these records has not been adjudicated until as of late, as far as I understand. There was an arrest made, I think it was in March of 2020. It's one of his last 2 arrests by this department in this town. I'd like to inspect record of that arrest. I don't have that case number off the top of my head, but Jacob Kilhenny is his name, and you guys can find that information. I'd also like the last 3 responses to the residence of Priscilla Perry. She's located at 100 South Street, apartment, whatever's clever. But you'll have Priscilla Perry and Jacob Kilhenny to look into. I need to look at their case files, and I guess that'll do it. No explanation as to why your officer wouldn't fill out his report? You said a month to do it.
I don't know.
You don't know. But do you find that concerning? Do you think that the citizens have a legitimate beef with your records custodian here?
I'd like to look into it further.
Okay. Please educate your custodian of records on our rights today, sir. Well, I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with the new chief. I really am impressed with the new chief. I gave him a little bit there. He come out. He didn't give me that death stare. So we're gonna give a little when we get a little. You got to pick and choose your battles appropriately. Let's see if he straightens things out here for us. I sure hope he does. Oh yeah, I've got some terrible information about the Social Security offices in the state of Connecticut. They are very, very dirty. I know from accounts taken firsthand just how corrupt and dirty Social Security office in Willimantic, Connecticut is. So this is the form that the custodian of records gave to me when I asked to inspect the disciplinary accommodation files of those 2 officers named. None of which needs to be filled out to actually get that information. Thank you, Rachel. Silk City Police, thank you. Let me jump into the comments section while we have some time here. Live chat, all messages are visible, and I can't see any. I'm not sure what's going on with my phone here today. I can't see the chat, guys. I'm not sure why. Oh, here we go. I got the chat. Christian B., Burt Reynolds, My State Transparency, Robert Dunworth. Thank you so much. John Smith. Ohio in the house. Thanks for being here, buddy. Nick the Ice Pick. Rigatoni. 860-872-9126, 860-872-9126. I think the chief of police might be exactly what, this new chief of police might be exactly what this department needs. However, I do fear for his position a little bit, as we all know, the good cops always get run out by the union. So, I mean, if he is as good as I think he might be, if he's as good as I think he might turn out to be, he probably won't last long here, unfortunately. Frode Stranger, thanks for being here. John Gibson, John Smith, great dude. Who else we got? Thanks for hitting that like button, guys. I sincerely appreciate it. Please share the link and your disdain and the appalling behavior we've encountered here today. We pay for it. You know, this is what our tax dollars are paying for right now. It's totally unacceptable. Yeah, they got quite the display going on, John. Got some old billy clubs, got some old cuffs, got some old camera action. I mean, for all you photographers out there, we do got some pretty neat camera equipment held in these, I'd say, rather nice display cases. Can we place ankle monitors on all public servants? What a great idea. West Side Accountability, good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. Great dude, thanks for being here. Kiki Lowry, North Carolina in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Any relation to Brenda Lowry? Miss Lady Deal? I hope she spread the word. Silk City Pete, thank you. Paul, thank you. Fast Relief, thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going down to, well, actually, I don't want to say where we're going. We're live. We got a number of things going on today. You guys are going to want to stick with me for a good portion of today's day. We've got a lot of business to address here in the town of Vernon, and it will be addressed. What do you think, guys? Should, let's just say the chief comes out, he gets me those records I'm looking for, and we're kind of concluding things, but that window is still closed. Should we stay here until the records department is opened up and operating normally? Or should we move on? You know, if you want me to stay here and make sure that the chief educates the record custodians and that our records department is open up. No, we're going, I can't, we're going to town hall today. Yeah, we'll be at town hall. We got a number of stops to make here in Vernon today. We're going to go try to talk to the town attorney. We're going to go try to get the mayor under the gun here, under the light. Pick up dispatch. They're open. They're open. They're open. Look at that. This guy needs to conduct business. He's ready to walk out because of the custodian's behavior here. Look at this. There you go. Just pick up that phone. They'll help you. Look at this, you guys.
Hello? All right. Great. Thank you.
Kevin, yeah, all right. So West Side Accountability would like me to stick around and make sure that our records department is opened up and operating normally. I kind of say I have to agree with you, sir. This is absolutely not the response we were looking for today. Central Kentucky, I'll keep it on the horizon, but don't hold your breath. It's going to be a little while. News Now, Connecticut. Hey, thanks for being here. No, the chief is on it. The chief is being expeditious. He come out, had a nice conversation with me. He wasn't very just pleasant, he seemed to be all right. And he's over there helping me out, allegedly getting me the records that I asked for. And with a bit of luck, he'll be educating the records custodian who gave me the steel wall in response to my inquiry about an officer's personnel file. For those of you who have not seen it yet, this is Tyrant Slayer Studios Mobile Unit 1. This is Unit 1. We got a beautiful 7-gear system here. Little seat on the back for my fellow auditors or my children. Plenty of storage and cargo capacity. A bunch of camera equipment in here today. Lots of great storage space. This is called the Rad Wagon, and it's pretty rad. I gotten this beast up to 46 miles an hour on them rather okay-ish disc and caliper brakes. But enough about my bike. Let's see how much time burns here. Let's see how much of my time they burn here. So, I am going to have to check my voicemails because I've never gotten a call that I'm aware of. But I'm not calling the man a liar. If he says he called me and left me a voicemail, I'll believe him. We'll have to listen to that. I'll include it with some of the static video I'm taking today. I will be out doing this shit all day. But when I get home, we'll upload the static videos and I'll include some Easter eggs for you guys.
Please do not use cell phone.
Hi, I have Franklin Falcon with me, his name is Falcon. Falcon, Falcon, like the bird falcon. 11298. Here in Vernon, they have it. Okay, thank you.
So, I think some federal court cases have to be filed in order to rein in the corruption and abuse of power here, and that's what we're going to do.
Sounds good, thank you. Bye.
Jesus. Ha. Look at that, guys. I found something noteworthy here. These are all the police department contacts for the state of Connecticut. Look at that. Write them down, boys. Write them down. So folks, if you're just joining us, we are waiting on Chief John Kelly, who we've discussed the denial of services that has taken place here today, the abuse of power and negligence by his officers, the crimes committed here by this department, the officer's failure to file a police report, negligence. We're doing it all. We're doing a little bit of everything. And now we are waiting to inspect some records that should have been out here 20 minutes ago. We should have already been gone. But this is what the police like to do. They like to burn your time up. They like to give you a hard time. They even like to retaliate. Hence the bicycle. See, they can't run my plate. They can't get my name. They can't ID me. They can't do nothing. Remember, these are our public servants and they work for us. Mr. Kelly.
This is your information for Mr. Kilhenny.
Yep.
It's a pending case.
Yep.
It's South Windsor's warrant.
Yep.
That's all we have.
Okay.
These are the last 3 responses to the address that you asked for.
Excellent.
You're looking for discipline and commendations for Rovers and Hammock.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Work on it.
Okay.
And be in touch with you.
Excellent.
Is there anything else we can do for you today?
We need our records department opened up and your custodian needs to be
Our department
educated.
is open.
Okay.
And we've made arrangements. They're open for business. Is there
Right.
anything else I can help you with today? You've been helped.
Uh-huh.
I would appreciate if we don't receive any more phone calls. That would be helpful for us. We have other activities.
Oh, are people calling you guys
People are
complaining
calling.
about the actions of your
Yes.
custodian today? Don't you think that's a legitimate beef?
Records department's open.
They want the window opened and people to come in and know that it's opened. Like, I should be served and she should be educated properly on the
You
law.
happen, sir.
Right. Have you educated the young
Is there
lady?
anything else I can help you with today?
Yes.
There are other things I need to
Yes.
attend to.
One thing you could do for me today is educate the custodian of clerks that she can be filmed in the course of her official
She
duties.
knows that.
Okay, so why is the window closed?
Have a great day.
Thanks. I'll be here for a few more minutes and then I'll be on my way. All right. So we've gotten our records. Now I have to be a little careful here as to not drop some personal information. So,
Mr. Riley?
Yep.
Are you taking those? or-
no. I know how this goes. I'd have to pay for that if I were taking them.
Yes, correct.
Yes. No, I know how it goes.
All right, when you're done with them.
Yeah, I'll knock on the window. Maybe she can open it up and take them from me. That would be.
You can put them right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So we're gonna accommodate the clerks. We're gonna accommodate her illegitimate needs. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you have it, folks. So here, let's take a look at the information we've been after. Number one, first and foremost, is Mr. Kilhenny. Let me just read this here to you. You can write some of these numbers down while I do this. All right. Police report. Uh-huh. Oh, I think I already have a copy of this one. This is the fentanyl found in my daughter's house, the heroin found in my daughter's house. Flanagan, I think he's a detective now. I've talked to Flanagan before. Okay, case closed. Da, 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 da. Society Public. Let's see. This was. Chicken in there. All right, so I'm gonna black out some of these things. The address.
Do I wait here, sir?
Yeah.
What's going to next? What to expect?
He's arrested in my ex's vehicle with possession of crack
Yeah, I
cocaine.
don't know if there's a bond.
Should he have the money on him? Should I?
It clearly states he lives at her house.
I don't know how much bond it is, I don't know if it's.
She lies under oath, says that no one lived there.
10%.
This is the same.
Okay, is that something? I'll have to take a look at the.
3/5/2020, this is what we want.
I'll have them give you a call, once we figure things out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Says, on the above date and time, a traffic stop was conducted on a vehicle on South Street for a red light violation. The driver, identified as Jacob Kilhenny, was found to have a valid arrest warrant out of South Windsor PD. During a search of the vehicle, suspected crack cocaine and heroin was found in a cigarette pack. Kilhenny was arrested and charged with drug and motor vehicle offenses. He was released on non-surety and transferred to South Windsor PD. 0840 hours, I was stationary marked in a cruiser, parking lot mobile 1292 Hartford Turnpike, monitoring traffic. I observed a Ford Fusion. Yep, that's my ex's old car. Yep. So this is the stuff that the state's allowing around my daughter. This is what's going on. And this department is allowing it to. So let's see. Keep reading this. All right, I'm gonna cut this live stream because I can't do this and do my work at the same time, but I'll tell you something right now. I will be going live again very shortly. Hold on, let me turn this around so you can see me. Okay. I'm gonna be getting out of here. We're gonna be departing Vernon Police Department shortly. I've got a number of stops to make and a number of things to address here while I'm in town. Before I leave this department, I do got to get my head around the police reports that we've just acquired for inspection. I'm going to take some photos of them so I can retain copy, and then I'll come back. We'll be live from an undisclosed location right now, but we will be live within the hour. Please stick with me. Please hit that like button. You heard the chief. He's a little dissatisfied with your phone calls. But look, I mean, look at this. The window's still closed. You know, window's still closed. And instead of giving the records to the custodian, he wants me to slide them under to the dispatch window so that we can accommodate the feelings of our wonderful public servant who has denied me services. You know, the custodian can't do it. We got to get the chief of police involved. Does it make any sense to anybody? All right, so this was a successful business engagement here. I'm going to wrap up business with these reports, and I will check you guys out very soon. Thank you so much for the support. Please share the link to this video. Please put it on your social media. I need all the support I can get. My daughter and I need all the support we can get. Share my links, like my videos, participate in the live chats and in the comment section. Who knows, maybe your name will get pulled up in a random drawing to give away some random camera equipment or something else of high value. Stay tuned. Thanks again for the support, and keep sharp out there. Together, we can fix things.